Does that work? Are we live? Who knows? We might be. We might not be as well. That's the thing. Oh dear me. Are we live? Oh, we are. We are live. We are. We like doing that, don't we? Oh yes. Hello. How's it hanging? How's it going? Right, we've got people watching. Hello. Cheers. This is a Diet Coke. Other fizzy drinks are in fact available. Hello. Play Dalek mods. Not right away. Haven't really got it downloaded, so that'll be quite difficult. I'd like to in the future though. That's a good one. Right. Okay. Let's say hello to everyone because I'm a nice person. Fighting Bull, BJ, Jebra, Sharpshooter, Bailey the Hoovian, Dalek 00, William Collins, Hacks. I can't read that name. That's a very complicated name with something with 85 on the end. Julie Demond, Josh Coy, Geek with No Name, Gracie Martin. I'm gonna have to skip through a few here because there's a lot of people. Artie 24. Watching New Hope right now. Well, that's probably going to be better than this live stream, so I'd continue watching that if I'm being honest with you. Top of the morning. Hello, Mr. Dalek Emperor 2, Alon Z. Hello. Bit of Tenant there. Love it. Okay, right. I'm in a good mood tonight. I think we're going to have a good live stream today. I think that should be fun. Hell yeah. This is going to be good. Hey man, love your channel. Thank you playing around with my editing software. That channel name is probably more accurate to my channel than Ace Creeper is. I have a feeling. Just playing around with my editing software. Oh yes. Can you play the adventure games? Done it before, might do it tonight, depends on how my internet's running, because if it decides to die, that would be horrible, but it can happen, so we'll just try not to do that. JB, I don't like the colour. I don't know. Are you talking about my... I mean, it's not the nicest of jumpers I've gotten, but fair enough. Oh, have you been watching the Umbrella Academy? No, I haven't. I haven't. Is it any good? I don't know. You tell me. I don't have a clue. Worst episode of Series 11. The Saranga Conundrum. Hey Ace, love the channel. I need Doctor Who poster for my vids on my wall. Any ideas? If you can find the lovely Chinese one, I keep saying Japanese on the video and I got a lot of slack for that. The Chinese one where the 13th Doctor's on the Great Wall of China. In fact, I'll try and find it. What's your Twitter username? Put it in the chat. I'll send you it on a DM. I promise you, I legit will. I'll just send you a nice poster. It's a good poster. I don't know how you'll be able to get that printed out, but something like that, just so you know what you're looking for, that'll be good. Ooh, please play Blood of the Cybermen. Done it before, unfortunately. I would do it again, but again, it just depends on how this live stream goes. Because if it starts bugging and being weird, then that's going to be horrible. Okay, since there's a lot of people talking and in the chat now, thought it's worth mentioning that it's the first time in a while that we've done a live stream that isn't kind of, you know, either last minute or for charity. So and the last one we did that was 4 months ago. So if you fancy it, we have donations opening on here. So if you donate, a lovely little message pops up on the screen like this, and it makes a really, really loud, very bassy TARDIS noise that shakes my entire room. So apologies for that, but I'm going to just shout into that. So if you... Oh god, this is lovely. Let's wait till this is over. Yeah, you'll get something like that that'll appear on screen. So the first line in the description, which has a download, donation link, if you want to donate the stream, because it's a bit easier and a bit quicker than, you know, doing a Patreon type thing. So, hey, anything from like, I don't know, is it like £1? Might not even have a minimum donation. So if you want to drop anything down in there, it'll appear on screen. You got your own custom message, whatever. If you're a new subscriber as well, that should also appear on screen. So yeah, we're doing professionalism today. Have you redecorated? I don't like it. I don't think I have. Have I redecorated? I don't think I have redecorated. I think the only thing different is I forgot to put the feathers back on the top of Aku Aku behind there, but yeah, that's a thing. My birthday's next Saturday. Well, happy birthday for next Saturday, Ryan Spear. I bet Shaggy will be the main villain of Series 12. God, let's hope so. Yeah. I mean, it'd be more dangerous than the Pating anyway. Did you enter the Doctor Who Comic Relief competition? I didn't know there was a Doctor Who Comic Relief competition. But yes, please do enlighten me. Is this a new one or an old one we're talking here? What's the crack there? It's a bedspread. Is it? The bedspread's the same. I mean, this is the same one I've had for a while, so it shouldn't be too different. I don't know if unsubbing and then subbing again works. It might do, but feel free. Or maybe it just won't work at all. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Patingo K9. Bed looks like a barcode. I mean, you're not wrong. See if you can scan it. See what it comes up as. How much is it? Probably not very much. I like your custom-made 13th TARDIS. Yeah, let's get it out. Woohoo. You know, now I've had time to reflect on it. It's not perfect. I wish I got the colour a little bit more accurate. So, it's a bit too light. I like it, but it's not like... Yeah, I like it and it looks good on display, but it's really not accurate. That's never going to happen because obviously the box is never going to be accurate because the actual 13th box is a mix between classic and old, so classic and old, classic and new Who, so yeah. But I'm very proud of the fact that I put a lot of work into the interior, the floor and everything. You know, I'm quite happy with that. You get to have breakfast with Jodie Whittaker and Mandy Gale on the Doctor Who set and watch them film Series 12. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, definitely. It's more of a kid's thing. So, you know, I wouldn't want to take that away from a child. But, you know, hey, that sounds fun, watching Doctor Who Series 12 being filmed. Hey dudes, how's it going? Very good, Vinny. Thank you very much. I want a red TARDIS. Stick gaming. You will be hanged. Whatever tense you want to put that in for saying that. Ryan Spears says, Ace, have you seen the trailer for the live action Aladdin? Yeah, I have. Will Smith. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's happened there? Yeah. Oh dear. Who would win? Shaggy, Tim Shaw, Pating, Nanny Umbreen. Oh God. I reckon Nanny Umbreen would sort of mow them down in a big old wheelchair. The unit. So that's where I'm going with that. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Oh dear me. It's my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Who's Books. Maybe we'll go past midnight. No, I was going to say maybe we'll go past midnight. And I just looked at the time. It's like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. We're not going past midnight. Christ, no. Do a dab. No. What classic episodes have you watched so far? Not many, but I'm working my way through them. It's, you know, the idea of it is that I've never watched Classic Who properly, but instead of complaining that I'm not a real fan because I haven't watched any of Classic Who, except that I'm trying. I'm trying now, you know. Got A-levels this year, and I'm still getting through, like, a classic story once every week-ish. I've just recently watched The Time Warrior, so that'll be the next review after tomorrow's, which is the 10th Planet, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, a few of them. What do you think of Chibnall's writing style? It's not perfect, but it's very character-driven. It's very different to that of Russell's and Moffat's. I don't think it's bad, because I think it's subjective, you know, it's how people's writing is subjective to certain people. He's obviously doing something right, otherwise he wouldn't have been hired. And I think it works, you know, a lot of it does work. But some bits feel more natural than others, some bits don't. But there was the same thing with, like, Stephen Moffat. Like, Stephen Moffat could make a very convincing sci-fi tale, but when it comes to family, he just kind of slop it on the floor a little bit. If you dab, I will unsubscribe. That's why I'm not going to dab then, don't worry about it. I met Peter Davison on Saturday, and Peter Capaldi, that's pretty good. Which A-levels are you studying? Maths, computing, and media for a BTEC. Who would you want to guest star in Series 12? Me, please. No. Who would I want to... Anyone. There's been rumours of Stephen Fry recently, so that's interesting. Don't know if there's any truth to it, though, so... Yeah. Help GCSE revision, but want to watch this. GCSE revision. Depends how much... If you've done it all day, you know, have this, like, hour and a half off. If you haven't been doing it all day, just stop watching and do some now. Sorry, I'm not your mum. You do what you want, mate. Would you like to see K9 in Series 12? I don't know. It depends, because they'd have to do something with Sarah Jane in regards to, you know, where she is. Obviously, Elizabeth Sladen has passed away, so that would be a thing they have to get over. They probably do it the same way that they did with the Brigadier's, Nicholas Courtly's death back in 2010-ish. So, yeah, they need to kind of work that out, but... yeah, they need to do something, but it would not just be a simple case of having K9 show up. It would be a simple case of having K9 show up and go, okay, where's Sarah Jane? What's happening with Luke? What's happening with all the Sarah Jane Adventures people? Because since Russell T Davies, took over and incorporated that into their universe, I mean, look at Stolen Earth, Journey's End, like Luke showed up in that. And obviously the actor who played Luke is still alive, so maybe he'll show up. But that's the sort of rabbit hole you go into when you introduce someone like K9 again. Let's make a new K9, but that's just unfaithful. Would you like a Doctor like Christopher Eccleston's Doctor back? Maybe. I don't mind. I genuinely don't mind. I think for the Doctor, as long as you're a decent actor who can play the role in a way that me as a fan finds enjoyable. Like, I know not everyone likes Jodie's performance, for example. It's perfectly fine. I personally did. And I have a right to enjoy that. And I did enjoy that. And I think if you're a decent enough actor and you can pull off something that has such a long and rich history and you can pull it off for enough fans, then I feel like you're a good Doctor, to some people, maybe not to others, but to a lot of people, you are, to everyone, you are the Doctor. And it's a big role, and it's big shoes to fill. Every time a new actor takes in, it gets harder because there's so many people, so many wonderful actors to follow. Ace, can you review Father's Day? I'm pretty sure you decided to review Waters of Mars, which is still fantastic. Tell you what, I'll open up the calendar. See what we've got planned for the next few months. Waters of Mars on the 9th of March. Time Warrior 24th of March. Tomb of the Cybermen 8th of April. Then it's The Doctor's Wife on the 18th. Then it's the 3rd of May for City of Death. Yeah, this is a while. Father's Day is a while off. Where is Father's Day? Oh dear me, I can't even find it. Did I even put it on? I don't know for sure where it is, if it's on here, but if it depends on where it was ranked on the thing. But yeah, I will eventually. I'm going to do like one from each modern Doctor and then kind of go with it that way, opposed to just the kind of random formula that I'm doing Classic Who with. So yeah. Who do you think is more likely to die in Endgame? Iron Man or Cap? Iron Man, now that Gwyneth Paltrow said she may not return in Marvel again unless she's desperately asked, considering they tried to set up a loving relationship and a child with Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. The fact that Gwyneth Paltrow said, no, I'm not becoming back as Pepper Potts for a while unless I'm begged or asked or whatever, like, unless they need me, I'll not be doing it for a while. And that's after Endgame, so if Tony dies in Endgame, that's a perfect chance to never see Pepper Potts again, because she's really the only connection, So I feel like Iron Man might die in Endgame, and I think that's a fair assumption, especially considering he's nowhere to be seen in Endgame. In the Far From Home trailer. Who's your favourite Doctor? Matt Smith. Mix of childhood nostalgia and just generally, I like him as a person. I think he just fills the shoes really well. Can you review the 11th Hour? Eventually, yeah. Too many ads on Daily Motion. That's why I buy the DVDs. I'm watching Resolution. And will you do a Doctor Who DVD collection? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's my birthday in, like... God, how far away is my birthday? I can't remember. It's my birthday in, like, just short of 2 weeks. So, for that, I'm hoping. I've asked for Series 11 and Resolution on Blu-ray, because I want to add to my collection. That's perfectly fine. So, I'm hopefully going to whack that together, and then I'll kind of talk through my sort of Doctor Who DVD collection after my birthday, because I think that's probably just, it's pointless doing half of it and then the other half after. So yeah, we'll just kind of wait till then. I don't like Marvel, sorry. No, that's perfectly fine. Wingy Media, hi man, how you doing? Any plans to go into conventions this year? You know what, if it's after the 14th of June and before the end of September, let me know what it is. I'm going. No, not necessarily, but yeah, absolutely. I'm down for that. That's great. I do love the idea of conventions. I went to York Unleashed last year, and I really want to go to like the London ones. And since I'm looking at a university down in London, that might be that might be a better possibility now. So we'll get to see when that goes down. But yeah, definitely, because I want to meet all these kind of YouTubers I've been working with and all that sort of thing. You know, yourself, Who Addicts, not so much Crispy Pro, unless he wants to catch a flight. Yeah. Who's your favourite and least favourite modern Who companion? I don't want to say least favourite, because I know it will be controversial, but I'm not going to say it. My favourite, it's got to be either Graham or Bill. I'm sorry, I just love Graham so much. I don't even know why. I just do. Hi, I'm a small Doctor Who YouTuber. Any tips? We only got 35 subs. Don't give up. If you have a passion in something and you want to keep doing it, then keep doing it. You're not going to get 1 million subscribers in one night. You're not going to get 100 subscribers in one night. It doesn't happen, you know. Took me about 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then 5 years before I got above 2,500. So, like, it takes time. But when you hit the right formula, when you've improved your own content enough that it caters to a wider audience, when you finally hit that mark, it will just go. And that I mean, that's what happened with me. I still don't see myself as a big YouTuber or a YouTuber with a big fan base or anything. But, you know, there's people watching this live stream. You know, there's 73 people watching. There was one point where every live stream I do would get less than 10 viewers, and that's perfectly fine because that was acceptable at the time. But just never give in. YouTube's a very, very tough thing to get into, but don't treat it like a job or a chore. Treat it like a hobby. Have some fun with it. Sorry if I don't answer any of your questions, by the way. I'm sure you can see, like, there's so many questions in chat, so I'm trying to answer as many as possible. Eccleston or Capaldi? Actor-wise, as in the person, Capaldi, because Eccleston, well, Capaldi is a lovely man who cares about his fans and absolutely adores the show. Obviously, the recent video of him playing the guitar and playing David Bowie, Starman, at a convention with everyone singing. Legend. Absolute legend. Whereas Eccleston gets himself thrown off a train for shouting at a trolley lady for standing in front of his chair. Not going to delve into that. As doctors, it's different. I think Capaldi's a great doctor, but so is Eccleston. I just wish Eccleston stayed a bit longer. But there's obviously corrections there that we don't want to go into, but I think should definitely be explored in a sort of biopic drama, a bit like Adventure of Space and Time, but a bit more serious, because you got Eccleston. That'd be great. The Shining. Yeah. My favourite film. I mean, The Shining's my favourite film, not The Shining, but sure. I'm meeting John Sim at LFCC in a couple of weeks. Oh, man. That's great. You know, I love him. I really, really do. I really, really love John Sim, and I wish he'd come back again. Ask him if he will. Oh, Christ. Ask him if he'd be willing to come back. Or ask him his opinions on the end of time. I don't know. I think Eccleston would be my favourite Doctor, but he was gone too soon. Yeah. If you're invited to YouTube Rewind as a background character, would you go because it's popular, or would you say no because they suck? I'd say no, because it's not an opportunity for me to get exposure. It would be, oh yeah, I'll be in the background, and then, oh yeah, I might have my name at the end. That's the only positive for me, that, oh, I could gain a few more subs from it. And yes, it's a video that's got millions and millions of views every year. But looking at the track record, it's only going to get worse. So I would definitely pass from that. I mean, unless they built some sort of TARDIS console set and had loads of YouTubers around it, wouldn't be complaining. Oh man, if John Sim was in a remake of The Shining, that would be interesting. Dinner time! He'd be terrifying though, because he can do that. Capaldi's a legend. Yeah, he is. Oh, he waited extra time to meet his fans and gave his fee to charity. What a man. That's why I love Capaldi. Would you want Peter back for 60th? Which one? Davison or Capaldi? Both? Yeah, sure, why not? Hi George, how's your day going? Did you hear about the Stephen Fry being on the set of Doctor Who Series 12? I did hear about that, but I have no reason to believe it because there's been no sign of him, and this rumour came from a tweet and a post on Gallifrey base where the person who made the claim couldn't remember the last name of the famous Stephen, so it could be anyone. It might not even be Stephen Fry, it might not even, you know, whatever. These things happen, you know? I'd love to believe these rumours, but I did that last year, and I ended up believing John Barrowman and Eve Miles were coming back. I ended up believing the TARDIS would have a cat, and loads of other guest characters would be appearing during the series. Evidently I was wrong on that, and I got a little bit of slack for it, so I don't really want to do that. But if he has been spotted, and there's a photo, yep, sure, he's in. But I've not heard anything. Stephen Fry as Oscar Wilde, perhaps. You know what? Like, that could... I don't know. I think what Oscar Wilde actually looks like. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. No, that could work. No, legit, that actually... How have I never noticed this before? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Stephen Fry as Oscar Wilde would be incredible. Not only would there be that respect and value of this historical figure, but it would be a great way of doing that sort of message without, again, ramming it down our throats like Moffat did. There's your LGBT representation right there. Perfect. I mean, that would be brilliant. If there's a way of doing it anyway. Oh, did he? Oh, did he already? Has he already done it? Oh, man. I can see why. They do look quite alike, I gotta say. Oh, he has. I mean, that's fair. They do. He does look very similar to him. Oh, man. Have you read Scratchman? No, I haven't had the time. I just about to binge watch series 11 to give it a fresh opinion. Go for it. Which Doctor Who characters do you want to see come back in series 12? Captain Jack. I said this last series, but now especially would be a perfect time. He's in the public eye, right? He's done I'm a Celebrity. Did he come second place or something? Or maybe third place? He was in the top 3 at least, I think, anyway. Did brilliantly well on that. He covered for the This Morning, I believe he did. So, again, in the public eye, helped open the NTAs more recently as well. He's in the public eye again. You know, he was famous anyway, and I completely get that, but especially like public looks towards him, it's like everyone's like, oh, I love John Barrowman, he's great. Again, you know, more so than it was before he was on I'm a Celeb, for example. So not only would that be great for Doctor Who anyway, because he's brilliant and such a charming man and a wonderful character, but also it would be great promotion for Doctor Who as well to go, hey, remember that guy you all love now? He's on this BBC show. Come and watch it. You know, works with Warner Brothers, doesn't it? Capaldi's Doctor never on TV met a historical figure. God, no, he didn't, did he? That's my issue with Moffat, really. I've got to be honest with you. No historical figures. There's only a few, and I don't even think... Were they ever Moffat penned, though? Vincent and the Doctor wasn't, I don't think. And Victory of the Daleks wasn't. There's only 2 I'm thinking of. Oh, no, Moffat did pen Girl in the Fireplace, so my dad in the Pompadour. Favourite Doctor? Mine's Matt Smith. Yeah, mine is also Matt Smith. Oh, Robin Hood! But is Robin Hood... Like, I don't really know my Robin Hood lore. Is he actually fictional or is he whatever? I don't know. I don't know where that story was trying to go. Yeah, Richard Curtis wrote Vincent. There we go. Oh! Does your 12th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver have the red light? Because my one is a disappointment. No, it doesn't. Because it never appeared on the show. I know it actually did have that function, but hey, it's up to Moffat to never use that, so that's his fault, not character options, because, you know, even though they were going off the prop, so maybe they should have done that. Who knows? Have you got an email? I mean, you have to have an email to sign up to a YouTube account, so yeah. If there's a, I believe, let's have a look. No, my email isn't in the description. Usually is. I've got an email that you can email if you feel like you need to say something like a business opportunity or whatever, because, you know, I have to keep it open for sponsorships and that, so I need a separate email from my YouTube one, so there is a one usually in my descriptions. It's not now for some reason. Capaldi's Screwdriver's amazing. Love it. You've probably seen the video where I talked about it, but like, genuinely, no, love it. Mint. Oh, what a bit of kit. Wow, look at that. That chase mode. Never used, barely ever used, but I love it. I love how even the toy looks like a prop replica because it just shines. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort this thing out here. Fair. Do you have any tips on episode reviews, as I'm planning to put some on my channel? Do you have any episodes that you might want to see reviewed? If you're looking for exposure on YouTube, always go for the popular ones. Day of the Doctor's always good, and just ones that have generally come out. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Doctor Who next year, but when it does come out, if you're doing reviews on it, get the review up that night. That's what I do, and it's only because, and you know, YouTube isn't all about exposure and that sort of thing, but it's great to have a bigger audience to see the videos that you put so much effort into making. So that's kind of where I go about that, I suppose. Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of different... I need to try and figure out there's a better way of actually reading these comments, because I'm not actually getting many read here, and I'm trying to get as many as possible. You should make a video on what you do if you ran Doctor Who. I can't. It's a job that I could never take. It's impossible. You know? Only now people are respecting Moffat. People forget, like, every time a new showrunner comes in, Moffat, Chibnall, whatever, right? When they come in, everyone loves to criticise them and go at them because they're the big head at the top, and every bad decision that's made is apparently their fault, which is a fair assumption. But suddenly when Moffat left and Chibnall comes on, everyone's praising Moffat as if he was some sort of massive bloody genius. He wasn't. He wasn't. And when Chibnall's gone, you'll do exactly the same there. You'll go, actually, the Ghost Monument wasn't as bad as I originally said it was. Because people will be all over, you know, the new showrunner who will be doing a worse job there. So, who knows? It's just a difficult job, and I'd never take it because of the instant criticism no matter what you do. Oh, new subscriber. Hello, new subscriber. How you doing? Beast the Boss 2. What happened to your first Dr. TARDIS you ordered? It arrived. That's what happened. It's pretty good as well. I mean, it's not, again, it's not accurate, but it's more accurate than the crap character options one. I really like it. And I also decided to add an interior as well. I know it's completely inaccurate, but at least I've got that sort of roundel doors to imply that they can be closed. But yeah, no, I just decided to add to it a little bit, and it's quite nice. It looks quite nice on display, to be honest with you. Oh, there's another one. Hello, Fighting Bull. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you're watching, if you're not watching, then thank you anyway. Haha, the number is going up. That is always very fun, I guess. Do you have Aku Aku in the background? I do have Aku Aku in the background. Tell you what, I'm going to get him off the wall, because I've been meaning to do this for a few days now. And I just keep forgetting. I need to put the feathers back in. He's got no feathers in his head. But yeah, it is an Aku Aku. Oh, Christ, there's another one. Hello, Carbide. Before people start questioning, I don't think unsubscribing and resubscribing works. So if people are trying to do that, then that's what happens. Yeah, so this is a big wooden Aku Aku that I bought for surprisingly not much money on eBay, and it's bloody brilliant. I love this. Have I been to the Who shop in London? Yes, I have. I went recently, actually, when I went down for a university interview. What university are you thinking of going to? Hopefully, Westminster. That's what I'm looking at, but there's other ones as well. Hello, Ace Creeper. Hello, Andrew Dexter. Have you got any gaming consoles? I've got an Xbox One, and I've got an Xbox One, a GameCube, and a PS2, none of which get used, because I'm too busy. Address for the Who shop. Just type in the Who shop, it'll come up, I'm sure. What's your favourite classic Doctor? Right, I've only seen Hartnell, Pertwee, Baker, and McCoy. And I think controversially, it's between Baker and McCoy at the moment. No, it's between Hartnell and McCoy, even. That's what's controversial, because I do like Baker, but for some reason I just like the other two more. Why does everyone hate the Saranga Conundrum? Because it's significantly worse than other episodes. But people seem to forget that In the Forest of the Night was a thing. Wrath of Cortex. Yeah, I'm going to try and get the Aku Aku thing up, because I need to put the you put the feathers back in, don't I? You should do that. So that's the thing. Ever play Minecraft on the Xbox? Yeah, occasionally. Every now and then when there's people on. Just when I'm bored, really. But I don't get a chance to be bored nowadays. Hellbent's worse. Fair. Thing is, people forget about. Thing is that the Saranga Conundrum isn't terrible. It's just quite boring, and I think that's, you know, it's bad for Doctor Who to be boring, yes, but I'd rather something be boring than be so canonically crippling like Hellbent. Fighting Bull donated £2 on Super Chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Have you ever tried designing your own Sonic? I haven't, but hey, I might. Who knows? You thought Demons of the Punjab was worse than Saranga Conundrum? Really? I thought Demons of the Punjab was excellent. A few weird little acting spells here and there from the guest stars, but nothing too out of the ordinary. That's the super chat coming in, by the way. So yeah, if you do a super chat, does that actually look alright, or does that just like cut out? That does look alright. It's just very, very small. That's all. Yeah, so if you leave a super chat and donate some money, or click on the first link in the description and donate some stuff, your little message will appear on screen. It's quite nice, actually. Quite fun. Yeah, other than the sort of slightly choppy acting in Demons of the Punjab, I thought it was a really good episode in terms of its historics. I didn't know much about the partition of India. In fact, I lie, I didn't know anything about the partition of India, so it was very educational for me. And that's the kind of education I wanted. Something interesting, something new that I didn't know about. It's a bit of a tragedy. And I think that's what really worked about that story, is that it was horrible. It's a horrible, horrible thing that was happening. But it was real. That kind of thing will have happened. Not necessarily that exact family, of course, but that sort of general thing would have definitely happened. Hey, Aku's got his feathers back. Hell yeah. Right, he's going back on the wall. Oh. Come on then. There we go. There we go. I love him. He's great. He's probably one of the best things I've ever bought. And it's not even Doctor Who related. Massive Crash Bandicoot fan when I was younger. And it just really, it just looks better. Looks better over there, doesn't it? Look at him. Oh, look at him. He's great. What's your Instagram username? I think it's GB Sheard, I think. It's a personal Instagram, by the way, so it's not a YouTube one. I'm not like all the other cool kids. But, yeah. It's GB Sheard. Link should be in the description. Oh, God, is that going to... Yeah, GB Sheard. Link should be in the description, but yeah. Did you hear about Stephen Fry being spotted on set? I did, but I haven't seen any photos, so I don't know whether I believe it. Crash or Spyro? Obviously Crash. Woohoo! Aku! What do we got? Yeah, I love it. That's so instinct. Right, what's your opinion on Torchwood Miracle Day? I personally enjoy it. You know what? I'm going to shock you all for a minute here. I haven't seen Torchwood yet. I've been trying to get it on DVD for ages, but hey ho, birthday's coming. Let's hope so. Let's pray. Are you subscribed to the PewDiePie? Yes, I am. I don't rate him much as a person or a content creator, but I respect that, the whole T-Series thing. And the reason I do is because it's not about individuality. PewDiePie is nowhere near my favourite YouTube creator. But it's the idea of one person who's built up a thing from nothing, and a different one who has the technical advantage of their location and being probably one of the only big, you know, I believe it's a TV network in India, T-Series, so of course it's going to get more sort of traction. So it's about business company versus individual creator and what YouTube's priorities lie in. And the fact that they're treating T-Series as like a normal YouTube channel shows their sort of lenient side towards that. But Yeah. Can we see your Doctor Who 5-inch action figures? I will one day. There's so many more than the ones that are just on my shelf. But I'll tell you what, give you a bit of a glimpse. There's a few up there. Don't know if you can spot them. There's a couple of Paradigm Daleks, couple of Classic Daleks, Supreme Dalek, couple of Cybermen, Davros, all the Sonic Screwdrivers, and then 2 TARDIS consoles up there as well. Yeah, very much a fanboy. Have you listened to David Tennant's podcast on with Jodie? Yes, I have. I have, yeah. I think it was really good, actually. I was hoping for a little bit more like banter between like any sort of set things that have happened on set that we can talk about and enjoy. But no, generally I thought her perspectives were interesting, if not something, you know, it is some of it I've heard before, so it's tad unfortunate. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. Probably because I haven't seen the story. That's probably why I haven't bought it yet. Oh, thanks to all the new followers on Instagram, making me look actually popular. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what I use more though. If you're in sort of following the YouTube and the Doctor Who scene, I post a hell of a lot more frequently on Twitter. So the link for that is also down in the description if you want to check that out. Which you might want to. Who knows? Who knows? Would you say no to a salami sandwich? I was going to do a baker impression there, but it's like I can't do one, so it'd be pointless. I wouldn't even say no to a salami sandwich. You just need to really go deep, don't you? The thing is, when I try and do baker, it just slips really easily into Capaldi. Yeah. What's your favourite Doctor outfit? Matt Smith. Oh, it's got to be one of his, because I think it's just so sleek and so... Maybe his last one, maybe the one with the big green coat. That's really underrated, in my opinion. What's the best way to watch classic Doctor Who? Depends. I'd say probably DVDs. It gives a more sort of collector's experience, and I quite like that. Stetsons or Fezzes? Fezzes, gotta be. Oh, Stetsons, because then it fits with Doctor Who and Westworld. There we go. Do you like the Sixth Doctor? And if so, how much? From what I've seen, no. But I haven't seen any full stories, so I'm not going to judge him as a character or as a Doctor. I've met Colin Baker in real life, and he's a lovely, lovely man. You can tell he definitely appreciates the, you know, the fans and the time on the show, especially considering how badly he was treated by the people kind of upstairs in the Beeb at the time. Clara, 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 Clara. That's where it goes kind of deep with the Capaldi. I don't know what to say about Capaldi's voice, that's the thing. It's like... Run fast, be kind. I can't remember the line. That was terrible. That was very weird. That wasn't even Scottish. Doctor, I let you go. Run like hell because you always need to. Laugh at everything because it's always funny. Never be cruel, never be cowardly. If you ever are, always make amends. Never eat pears. They're too sticky and they always make your chin wet. That one's quite important. Write it down. Should they make a figure of Matt Smith with the green coat? Yeah, they should. Not going to though, are they? Did you watch Inferno? No, I didn't watch Inferno. And the reason I've kept Inferno back is because I looked at how many episodes it is, and I was like, it will be, as much as I'm sure it's a great episode, I want to watch the easier ones. I watch Inferno probably in the summer, and the reason for that is because I've got A-levels to do as well, and a lot of it is like, I'm trying to balance sort of studying with YouTube. And I think it's like, it's a difficult one because it's like I want to spend the least time possible whilst reviewing some of the best stories out there and the most iconic ones, the ones people will want to watch. Inferno's definitely one of those, and it's definitely one I will review eventually. Probably better to go and wait until sort of summer for that though. Do you like Titanic? That's very angry, but yes, I do. It's a decent film. Do you think they'll switch to a male actor after Jodie's regeneration? Part of me thinks yes, part of me hopes not. The reason for that is because, I don't know if you may have noticed, there's a big community online who don't like Jodie Whittaker or the idea of a female Doctor. If she regenerates into a male Doctor next, then some people will be going, oh, well, it obviously didn't work, did it? which I just can't be bothered with, to be honest with you. Yeah. Ambient Studios. Hey, saw you at the Centre for Life today. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I honestly, apologies for being entirely socially awkward, because that does happen. Because I didn't, you just don't expect that, you know? I was kind of hoping so when I went to York Unleashed and I put it on Twitter and everything, but, you know, just out and about, it's something I didn't expect. So, first of all, thank you for making me feel like I was, you know, popular or something. That's fun. But also apologies for being, like, incredibly passive and awkward, like, I don't know what's going on. Who should play the next Doctor? Thandie Newton, but she won't. This is the best Doctor Who channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your Peter Capaldi sounds like a good Tom Baker. See, that's not even the intention, yet it is. So Tom Baker likes to stretch out his voice, whereas Capaldi likes to kind of just lay very low and kind of whisper. Which actress would you want to be the Doctor? Thandie Newton, yeah. I mean, Thandie Newton is a brilliant actress, and I'd absolutely love her to be the Doctor. Genuinely, I think she'd be a brilliant Doctor, but I think she's probably too big of an actor to play the Doctor now, unfortunately. Yeah, bit like Eddie Redmayne, like, I'm sure he'd be good, but too big. Same with Benedict Cumberbatch. I feel like it was great there was a new female Doctor, but they chose a bad actor for her. I'm not being sexist. I feel like the rest should be women, but it is a change. Jodie Whittaker has flaws and positives, though, and so does every Doctor. I think Jodie Whittaker, as the first female Doctor, needed to kick off episode 1 with this massively brilliant impression, like, I am the Doctor, this is definitive. Whereas, like, she's getting into it, and she'll be a good Doctor. I think when she regenerates, we'll look back and go, yeah, she was a good Doctor, and I quite like her, and I think she'll definitely be some people's favourites. But for the first female Doctor, for like a big new change, you wanted something that smacked you in the face straight away with, damn, that's good. Whereas it started off where a lot of people are like, I mean, it's okay, that's not what Doctor Who should be, and I think that's kind of, that's put a few people off. Personally, I like her. I liked her from the second. I liked her from the second she started. I did. Just seeing her on screen was like, oh my god, here we go. That's probably like months down to talking about Doctor Who and all the theories for Series 11. So when we finally did get to see her on screen, it was like, oh, amazing. Loved it. Whittaker's been a BTEC, Tennant and Smith for all of Series 11. I can't agree, unfortunately. I wish I could to decide with people and not cause arguments, but I just don't agree. I feel like she's been very much her own Doctor. Tennant and Smith very much driven on very strong emotional performances in sort of negative values, being angry. They did really, really well. But with Whittaker, she's always positive. Now, that's the change of character. And what's the funny thing is, the same people who are saying she's too much like Smith and Tennant are also complaining that she's too light-hearted and not enough like Smith and Tennant. So it's kind of like the balance. It's a bit like Star Wars in a way. A lot of people complained. The main complaint about The Force Awakens was that it was too much like A New Hope. And one of the main complaints about The Last Jedi, despite a few other things, was that it strayed too far from what Star Wars should be. So where's the balance? Where's the balance, you know? Do you want to be close to what we've had before, or do you want to be radically different, you know? And it's getting that balance, and sometimes it takes a while to get. Maybe next series, hopefully Chibnall's kind of looked at the responses, generally, not from the trolls, but from the genuine fans who are going, hey, I like this series, but here's a few things I would change. Those sorts of people. I feel like those are probably with better insights than people who just go, SJW Massacre, I don't like it, blah! You know, that sort of stuff, because I just block that out, and I think they should have gone for an older female actor for the Doctor to portray a more motherly figure. Yeah, I see what you mean. Do you like The Last Jedi and Force Awakens? I like The Force Awakens a lot. I actually really like it. I just had a great experience watching it for the first time, and I think that's great. The Last Jedi, I really enjoyed the first time coming out of it. Upon rewatches, not so much, and I can see where people don't like it. I feel like it messed too much with what J.J. Abrams clearly envisioned for Star Wars. So if Episode 8 turns out to have messed up the story for Episode 9, then I'll be annoyed. But if Episode 9 works out perfectly fine, I'll be happy. Have you watched What I'd Do With Who by Samuel Davis? Yes, and it's brilliant. It's so good. Like, that's a brilliant video. Yeah, sorry by the way, if there are people putting comments and questions in, it is incredibly hard to see them because of course there's so many, and I just try and keep up to date with the bottom. I don't kind of like keep it a certain place and read through. I just kind of try and read what I've got in front of me and just go with that. So if there's anything I miss, I'm very, very sorry. Just keep asking the same question. I'll see it. Don't worry about it. Is the 13th Doctor action figure worth buying? Yes. God, it's probably the best looking figure they've done in a long time. Like it looks like Jodie. People complain the hands are too big. Put the hands behind the back. Looks great on display. I mean, like, hey man, look. I mean, I've got that on display. That's great, you know? Have you watched any good Netflix shows recently? No, not really. Have you seen Jumanji 2? No, I haven't. Don't really intend to either. When you said you'd rather travel... Oh, I missed that. That's gone. Matt Smith's going to be in the next Star Wars film. I heard. I hope he's good. What computer do you have? I have a computer. It's not a certain brand. It's just a sort of mix of different parts, I suppose. What about the Gelf? That's an interesting one. If they could do it well, yes. Not the biggest fan of the Unquiet Dead, though, so I don't know. I am the Dalek of Wisdom. Do not move. You are the Doctors. I should probably do that in a Dalek voice, but I'm not going to. What's your preferred Sonic? I did a video where I ranked my Sonic screwdrivers from... Oh, sorry about that. Where I ranked Sonic screwdrivers from worst to best. If you want to know what my preferred Sonic is, check that list. Number 1. It's a good plug for a video, isn't it? That worked. Is there a section where you can turn slow chat on? Potentially. I don't know how though. Potentially. I don't know. Master Smith would be a great Joker. Should I tell you who will be a great Joker? Joaquin Phoenix. He is going to be brilliant. Literally my most anticipated film for this year is a Joker film, and I absolutely mean that. Thoroughly excited for that. What one-time villain do you want to return? Vashna Narada. Favourite stories of Sarah Jane Adventures? Difficult one. Can't remember many because it's been years since I've seen them, but definitely Day of the Clown, the Slovene one, anyone with a doctor in it. What video gaming console do you have? Xbox One, PS2, GameCube, and a Nintendo Wii if you count the one downstairs. How many doctors have you met? 3. Sorry, I should probably name them. Colin Baker, Paul McGann, and technically David Bradley if you count him. But yeah. Would you rather a life-size TARDIS exterior or a life-size Dalek? Oh, that's a difficult one. Can I have both? I was talking about it was an actual option. Dalek, probably. Because I could kit that out with like a water pistol and just go around exterminating people with it. What's your Xbox name? I'm not going to give it out because I only use it very, very kind of sparingly. So, and when I do, I like to do it just with very, very close friends. I don't go online and do that sort of thing. I'm not like a gaming YouTuber, so I don't usually do that. If I was, I would, give out my Xbox name, but instead have my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Which version of the Master would you least like to fight? Eric Roberts. So disappointing if I found out the Master that I'm going to be fighting today is Eric Roberts. Would you rather meet Tennant or Smith? Tennant, I feel. I know Smith's my favourite, but I feel like Tennant... He's the one that I've grown up with. He's my Doctor, like the one that I, not my first one, but definitely the one that I grew up with, so, yeah. Who's your favourite Doctor? Smith. Rate Jodie out of 10. Currently about 6 or 7. By the end of her tenure, maybe about an 8 or a 9. Who knows? Series 1 or Series 11? Series 1. Series 1's amazing. Which TARDIS interior would you like to live in? A living space would either be the 8th Doctor or the 12th Doctor because it's actually got like chairs and stuff. But if you take into consideration that the TARDIS is infinite and has every single previous console room stored in it anyway, I'd probably go for like either Hartnell's or Tennant's. Who knows? Yeah, just one of those. Have you got a favourite band or musician? Not really. I do like a bit of David Bowie, a bit of Frank Sinatra. It's a bit of old stuff, That's my cup of tea. Day of the Clown was like a PG version of It, and it was brilliant. Have you ever seen Diana Looming? Yeah, I have. I probably pronounced their name entirely wrong, so sorry about that. But yeah, that content's great. Funny. Don't agree with a lot of stuff they say, but it's perfectly fine. I can watch. I'm capable of watching YouTubers who have a completely differing opinion without going in the comments and going, "You shill!" Which I had today. I had a comment that called me a shill channel, so that's fun. Have you got any sonic screwdrivers? All of them. Up there somewhere. Up top of my wardrobe somewhere. Series 1 or Series 11? I answered it before. Series 1. Do I have to put it in all caps for me to see it? I will get through it eventually. You shill! Hello, Cancer the Geeks. How's it going? Oh. Not necessarily both straight viewers. I don't go after other YouTubers because everyone has their right to say what they want on YouTube, even if I entirely disagree with it and I think the way they're presenting it is entirely wrong and flawed and completely ridiculous and stupid. I think the main flaw about YouTubers that portray a negative light onto a community, no matter what community it is it always drags in a negative audience and cultivates it into one place and then spreads it out across the internet. Even before I was doing stuff, like when I was growing as YouTubers, you had many people who come onto my channel and comment and going, "You're just like a crap version of this other Doctor Who channel." Well, obviously, who else am I meant to take inspiration from? What's your favourite classic Who story? From what I've seen, it's got to be Genesis, isn't it? Can you show us your classic Doctor Who DVD collection? Yeah, I will do in a bit. Vote Action shouted you out in a video the other day. He always does. He's a brilliant boy. Go and subscribe to Vote Action 07. Try some Troughton, Tomb of the Cybermen, Web of Fear, War Games, all great gems. I'm doing Tomb of the Cybermen soon. Favourite sonic screwdriver? I've got a list ranking about that on my channel, so if you want to see what my favourite one is, I count down from worst to best on there, so go and check that out. Least favourite companion? I don't know. What's your least favourite classic Who story? Oh, God. The one I've just watched, but yeah, that doesn't spoil my major review of it, but from what I've seen so far, The Time Warrior, mainly because I've only seen really good ones, so it's a bit of a down thing. No, I'm not from Liverpool. I'm from sort of northeast area of England, actually. What are your thoughts on Love and Monsters? You have to wait till the summer to see that one. Very good. Have you done a best to worst in Doctor costumes? I haven't. I don't know how to approach that because there's so many costumes. There's so many. Yeah. Have you got a sonic screwdriver universal remote? I have. I have got one here. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Cider or lager? Cider. I'm a cider person. Probably because I'm only 17. But yeah, no, you're allowed to drink when you're 16 as long as you have a meal with it. That's in a public place. But if your parents give permission, you're allowed. It's fine. What Time Warrior? Yeah, but if you consider like the Time Warrior is my least favourite out of the ones I've seen, I haven't seen many. I haven't seen many classic stories. So that's the worst one out of the ones I've seen. It's still a good one. What's your least favourite New Who story? Least favourite New Who story? Oh my god. Probably the Eaters of Light. Didn't like that one. Didn't like that one. Does it flick open? No, because it's not the 12th Doctor's one, unfortunately. Do you think they will change the 13th Doctor sonic screwdriver like they did with Capaldi? Hopefully not. Good in-betweeners reference with a cider there. I didn't even read... Oh god, yeah, it is an in-betweeners reference, isn't it? Yeah, that happens. Ever watched in-betweeners? Yes, I have. Yeah. Opinions on the third Doctor? Again, only seen the Time Warrior. Alright, probably not my favourite classic Doctor, but that's fine. Thoughts on the Doctor Who animated series being focused on different Doctors for different episodes, mostly for kids? That would be interesting. I wouldn't mind that as a spin-off. That would be actually a really decent idea, especially since it's animated. You don't even have to get the actual actors. You could get people like Jake Dudman who can do really good impressions of the Doctors to do that, because that would be a great way of doing it. Give him work as well, because Jake Dudman's a bloody talent and I absolutely adore him. I'd love to meet him one day. I believe he was actually meant to be going to that premiere last September, but you know, he didn't show. He wasn't available because I think he was filming abroad, so that was a shame. But yeah, I'd still like to meet him. Would you rather be the Doctor or the showrunner? Which is the harder job out of the two? I'm comparing it to more now times. Who gets more slack, Chibnall or Whittaker? They both do. Showrunner. I feel, God, just take us for it. I won't be able to. I'd be a really awkward Doctor. Would you ever consider reviewing the Three Doctors? Absolutely, yeah. When I watch it, I will. Edward Thomas is not working on Doctor Who, unfortunately. He was just in South Africa filming a different show. If you look at his Instagram, there's loads of stuff on it. But he did bump into Chibnall and he did say hey and all that sort of stuff. Wish he would come back because he was great. But, you know, whatever. Have you seen Friday Night Dinner? If so, what do you think of it? Yes, and it is brilliant. I'd love to play the Doctor one day. I'm sure most most fans probably would. Do you enjoy the True Geordie podcast? Hell yeah, I do. What's going on? Especially as a, well, I was about to say, as a fellow Geordie. Now, I don't speak like I'm Geordie, at least I don't think I do anyway. But yes, I do live up there. The awkward Doctor would totally work. Yeah, but maybe an awkward Doctor who's good at acting, opposed to someone who the actor is just awkward and just a terrible actor. What the heck is that thumbnail I just joined? It's a fun thumbnail. Isn't the awkward Dr. Whittaker? No, I think she's more the sort of happy-go-lucky one, the very happy and enthusiastic one. I'd be happy to see a really, really dark Doctor after her because, like, it would be a very big transition. That'd be good. Hello, Jackie. Shalom. Oh, I'm terrible at impressions, but I enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Ever seen Inside Number 9? Yes, brilliant. It's brilliant. What's going on? Oh, do love him. Do love him. Do love the boy. Please shout me out. I don't do shout outs, unfortunately. The reason I don't do shout outs, the main reason I don't do shout outs is because if I give one person, then I have to give more people, and it's just that's that element of like fairness. Like once I give one person a shout out, then surely I've got to give more people a shout out. I'd prefer that if I find people's content naturally and it comes up in I don't know, in sort of my search, and if I see it and if I enjoy it, then I'd promote it naturally there and then. Did I watch the Inside Number 9 live episode? Yes, I did. Worst companion, Yaz? I don't know. She's not very much developed yet, but I can say she's the worst companion. I don't know. She's definitely the worst Series 11 companion because she's not developed really at all. One thing I would say though is I feel like Yaz, I've just like, she doesn't, I just have no feelings towards her because she just doesn't do much. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't really know, but, yeah, I wouldn't say Yaz is the worst, because I feel like Clara, for example, like, I really strongly disliked Clara from Series 8 to Series 9, like, I really didn't like her, for my own reasons. I didn't like her, and I feel like having strong dislike towards a character is definitely worse than just feeling nothing at all. So, for me, I'd probably say Clara's a little bit worse, unfortunately. Do you watch a lot of Doctor Who fan films? Not many, but yeah. If you were to design the TARDIS, what would it look like? I don't know, I'd have to spend hours doing it. You know, you can only make a really good TARDIS console when you put a lot of work and a lot of effort into it. Personally, Series 11 didn't do a great job. It wasn't a massive improvement. And I think they should definitely add some chairs or something to sit in. Probably a little bit natural like Tennant's, but instead of having like a sort of circular console, maybe make it that sort of hexagonal type pattern. That'd be quite nice. Something along those lines. Would be good. Daleks should only fly like you remember the Daleks, really slowly. Interesting, but I feel like to have the Time War like as a working concept, you'd have to maybe do a bit more than just hovering a little bit, you know. Yeah. Do you want Paul McGann back as Doctor Who? I'd love to see him in a spin-off series. I'd love to see him in a spin-off. I don't know. I'd like to see him in a spin-off series. I'd love Doctor Who to just really spin the whole thing on its head, and when Jodie Whittaker regenerates, cut it off mid-regeneration, and then the next series starts, and it's Paul McGann, and we're just going to have a couple of series fleshing out the 8th Doctor, giving him the time he deserves on TV, and then, at the end of that, link it in maybe towards the end of Whittaker's regeneration, and then have a regeneration complete, because McGann's main reason for not playing the Doctor again was because he doesn't want to stomp on any other if there's a new Doctor coming in, he wants them to have their time to shine, but if he does that, he's never going to get his own time to shine. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it just happens. But yeah. Oh my god, there's a lot of messages coming in. Do you ship Hufaldi? I don't know what that is. Or 10 Rose. I don't know who Hufaldi is. Presume Capaldi's part of it. Who's Hoof? I don't know. Who's your favourite classic Doctor? Either Hartnell or McCoy, out of what I've seen. Again, haven't seen any of Troughton yet, properly. I've seen little bits of him. Haven't seen much of Davison yet. Haven't seen any of Baker #2 yet. So I need to make a proper opinion after I've seen more. But yeah, so far it's one of those two. Do you work at McDonald's? No! I haven't worked at McDonald's since August last year, maybe a bit earlier, July, like a long time. Asked recently in a Q&A, and I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah, no, I don't work at McDonald's. Watch the Happiness Patrol, please. Yeah, I'll have to at some point. Yeah, I will. Have you ever sneezed so hard you become Peter Capaldi? Oh, I wish. How are you, says Dr. T. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Do you work at Burger King? No. Do you try the chips? Yes. What about an incarnation of the Doctor? What kind of... I think the value... It's an unpopular opinion, but I think the value should just be left in the past. It was a concept that worked in the 6th Doctor's era. Bringing it back now would just confuse people. It would just confuse people. People who aren't diehard fans, because you need to understand that not everyone who watches Doctor Who is a diehard fan that goes on YouTube and talks about it, or goes on YouTube and watches videos about it. It's... No. I do work, and no, I do not want to work at Burger King. I do not want to work in a fast food place again. If you want my opinion on them, they're horrible. Absolute horrible places. What about Wimpy? Should the Rani return? Not sure. Not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Do you work at KFC? No, I don't work at KFC. Have you ever destroyed your house and then became Jodie Whittaker? And then wait 9 months to get a new house? I don't know. I don't know. No, I haven't personally. If you had to write a Dalek story, what would you call it? Blank of the Daleks. Depends on what the Dalek story's about. I'd have to think about what the story is and then come up with a clever title, I think. We need a proper episode where we see the inside of the whole TARDIS. Yeah. Absolutely. What would you suggest for a first job? First off, find something that you really, really enjoy. Don't go for... Because I think that where I work... Right, putting it simply, I can't give the name of where I work now. I work for someone who is just in charge of a media company, so I do the occasional editing and stuff. Like, I do editing, so... You know, what I want to go into is media. What I'm doing now is media related, and then the job ties into that. So it's kind of a mix. That's a part-time job. YouTube's a bit of a part-time job, and it's kind of a bit of both, you know. At the moment, all I'm just trying to do is use all the money from jobs to put together towards uni. That's all I'm doing. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be much, because obviously YouTube's on the sideline. YouTube doesn't, you know, some people think YouTube pays out a lot. It doesn't. Don't get into YouTube for the money, because that's not what it's about. I just enjoy myself. But it's always a nice bonus alongside a current part-time job to be able to put money away and go, okay, yeah, we'll save up for that. But we're not going to go into that. Not many YouTubers do that. It's a bit of a taboo to talk about that, but yeah. What do you think of the 10th to 10th regeneration? I think it's good, very suspenseful, great idea, but a bit of a waste of regeneration. But I don't think that was intended as a full regeneration, but Moffat did make that canon, so good for him. As they say, do some... I can't even speak today. What's happening? If you ever become a full-time outside YouTube job, would you still upload at all? That's a difficult one. I don't know. That's the thing, because I've never had a full-time job, so I wouldn't know what it's like to keep up with that whole thing. Would I still do YouTube? Would I not? Etc. So I wouldn't know, but that's the thing. It's kind of why I want to go to university, because there's that sort of balance of, hey, I can do uni stuff, but I can also do YouTube as well on the side. Won't beat it anywhere near the sort of lovely background that I've got now, but it will be basic, but it will still be a channel. Whereas opposed to other options like apprenticeships and all that sort of thing, I may not be able to keep up YouTube, and that's not nice, because I quite enjoy doing this. Have you seen the video where Chris Chibnall reviews Doctor Who? If you're talking about the one from the 80s, yeah, I have. I've seen it many times. And also, do you work at KFC? No, I don't. What's the best part of Doctor Who for you? Well, certainly not the fan base. That wasn't I just realised what I was saying. Not you. You guys are lovely. Please don't unsubscribe. No, I think what I meant by that was generally the backlash and arguments and constant shouting about the last series for even the tiniest basic things just gets a bit silly. But generally, best thing about Doctor Who, it's history. It's got such a big history, and the fact that I can go back 50 years of television and stick in an episode from 50 years ago, which theoretically just I shouldn't have any sort of appeal to, stick it in and go, oh, that is the same show that I'm watching now on TV, on a proper, full, massive budget BBC drama. It's the same show. Same show. That's brilliant. I love the fact that it's got history. No, I don't work in McDonald's. Paul Saxon was here a second ago. Where are the shots? I will not condone the drinking of alcohol on my streams, Stephen. I'm not you. I'm joking. That was harsh. But true. Sorry. Yeah, please don't hate me. You're a great live streamer. You're a better live streamer than me. At least you don't slur your words. And I'm sober, and I'm still slurring my words. So what's going on? Who knows? Maybe just got a weird mouth. That sounded better in my head. Chibnall, by trying to do something different, got rid of the overarching high-stakes series arc, which I think ultimately caused the series to be bad. I don't think the series was bad. I think the series was drastically different, which can work to certain perspectives, but it's so different to Moffat-era Who that people are just like, whoa, okay. I've got opinions about Series 11 and theories about why people don't like it. The big fans, you'll find that actually people who've never seen Doctor Who before, watching Doctor Who for the first time this series, are going, whoa, this is pretty good, this is a good show. Oh yeah, like I'm trying to think how I put this. Yeah, like they're watching it for the first time. Even ones like, I mean, my family for example, like if they've been watching it for the first time, some of them have anyway. My mum's never watched Doctor Who at all properly for a full series. Fully invested this series. Same with my grandparents, which is odd. And then like neighbours have went, hey, you been watching Doctor Who? I'm like, have you watched Doctor Who? Oh, I just started watching it this year. It looked good. That sort of thing. Brilliant. I love the fact that it's drawing in more general audiences, because when Moffat tried to do the pilot last series, he introduced the Daleks and a new companion and the Doctor and Nardole in that episode, the TARDIS, and then a few episodes in it was like, oh, Ice Warriors, then we've got these monks and all that sort of thing, 2 Masters, 3 generations of Cybermen. That alienates new audiences. That alienates new audiences a little bit, whereas I feel like Chibnall, yes, it wasn't great for the fans, because all fans really want is something they recognise, something familiar. So stuff like the TARDIS, stuff like the new Doctor, stuff like the new costume, new Sonic, all that sort of stuff is like, ooh, a bit like fireworks. But after episodes 1 and 2, everyone was like, okay, so when's something going to happen? And since Chibnall's decided to get rid of the whole big story arc as well, and kind of kept it very personal with the whole Graham and Grace type thing, it didn't really feel like a massive, massive conclusion, which is a shame. But Resolution I thought was really entertaining. I loved Resolution personally. But yeah, I feel like next series, I feel like next series they're going to go really hard in and go, right, okay, here, have 2 or 3 classic villains, have a few new villains, have a couple of old characters, because it's slowly easing it in. For a new audience, you go, okay, I understand the Doctor now. Okay, there's a weird sonic device that does stuff, perfectly fine. You wait a whole episode for the TARDIS, so you get to feel about with these characters, and then go, oh, that blue box, I recognise that in pop culture, yeah, so bigger on the inside, it travels through time and space, perfect, I understand. Don't confuse them with any more monsters and stuff. Come to resolution, here's a Dalek. Oh, a Dalek, I've heard about the Daleks, yeah, I know what the Daleks are, I've heard them. Come in, perfectly fine. And a sort of decent episode where you kind of understand the Daleks and kind of what they do. They kill people. And yeah, that's that, really, you know. It's one of those things that it just didn't alienate new viewers. It felt a bit naff for big fans and all-time viewers, which arguably should be the priority, but when the show over the Capaldi era was slowly dropping in ratings, you had to do something to get more of an audience. And I think that's what was tried to be done. That's at least my prediction, because it looks like it makes sense. So, if we see an improvement in Series 12 with a big story arc, old villains, even in the slightest, any sort of old villains would be amazing. I reckon we'll see some, and if we do, then we know that's what their plan is. They're going through and doing it slowly. And I think by the end of Series 12, we might actually be going, okay, there's been an actual improvement. But, unfortunately, we have to wait about 10 months for that. So, who knows? Who knows? But I'm absolutely down to see what the future of Doctor Who holds. Even though Series 11 wasn't my favourite, I'm not going to go, well, I'm not watching the next one. I'll happily watch the next one. Even if the next one's crap, I'll watch Series 13, because Doctor Who's, you know, Doctor Who's a TV show I've been watching since I was 5. Do you really think I'm just going to stop now just because of one crap series? Hey, I've sat through In the Forest of the Night. I've sat through Hellbent. Do you think now I'm going to stop? Absolutely not. Come on. The night is darkest just before the dawn. Bit of Dark Knight for you there. Why'd you put the name Ace Creeper? It was when I was about 10 years old. I had to make a new Xbox name because Rural Blowfish didn't sound great on the Xbox Live community, as you can probably imagine. So I changed it to Ace Creeper because I liked Minecraft at the time. This is embarrassing. Made my YouTube channel the same name in 2013 because that's the kind of content I used to make, because I took inspiration from the people I watched at the time. Over time I've improved and looked at different things, and when I started talking about Doctor Who news, that seemed to drag in an audience, so I just kept with that. And you know, once you've got a name, despite how odd it is, it's just a bit odd to change it. You know, if I changed my channel name now and someone saw that in their subfeed, they'd be thinking, I don't recognise that person, I'm not going to watch the video, or I don't recognise that person, I might unsubscribe, because I must have accidentally subscribed to them or something, so, yeah. That's why I've kept the name, even though it's not ideal and has nothing to do with Doctor Who. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have, I got a quick minute break, because it's absolutely boiling here and I need to get some sort of fan. Oh, there's a new scene there, that's fun. Can we do anything with this scene? That would be fun if we could. I don't think we can, though. That's fun. Can we find, like, a... Oh, this is weird now. I'm trying to find, like, a sort of image to go in the back, like a sort of BRB thing, but... Yeah, this will be fun, won't it? Trying to find something with just a black screen. Come on, George, find something. Oh yeah, that's nice. There we go. That's quite a nice photo. There we go. Right, okay, I'll be back in like a minute or so. What do you mean, don't you dare? That Twice Upon a Time Vortex is beautiful. Don't you dare diss that wonderful man that is John Smith VFX. Legend. Or as the kids would say, legend. Because they're not weird. Well, I am not. What am I doing? I've not even had a drink. Oh, dear me. What do you mean? Should fucking students get fucking out? Well, rip, I guess. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, here we go. Hello, I'm back. I've got a new drink. I've got a fan. Because it's boiling hot here now. Because when you leave a computer on, and a desk, in a very insulated room, it gets incredibly hot. So I'm going to open the window as well, because it's absolutely boiling here. Oh, is it being weird? Oh, that's fun. Oh, that is fun indeed. We're back. Tell me if I'm back, or tell me if I'm lagging. If I'm lagging, I'll turn it off and back on again, like the IT crowd. Just let me know. Let me know. Is it gone or is it here? Presume it's gone. I'm just gonna sort. Are we alive? Is it happening? Oh no, you tell me. Whoa. That was a brief tenant there. Are we alive? Can you hear me? What's going on? Ugh. Just spam the chat with yes if it works. If it's lagging, let me know. Is it working? Low bandwidth but live. Ah! This always happens. Why does it always happen to me? If it's lagging, because it'll look really bad quality. That usually is the case. But as long as you can kind of make out the face, make out me speaking, and it's not juttering around the screen like that, then we're good. Yes! Okay, that's good. Right, that's great. That's fine. Because it's telling me I'm dead. It's telling me it's not working. Okay, yes. I got the message, thank you. Right. How's everyone doing then? You all good? I'm phasing in and out. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is this doing it? Bad internet connection. You know what, Memory Goater, you're probably right. Let's get this sorted out now. Dear me, dear me, dear me. What's your opinion on the end of the 5e fans? Shame it has to end, but it happens. Maybe you want to watch the IT crowd. Stream's going funky for you. I don't know what it is, but my internet loves to do this thing which doesn't work ever. See if turning that off improves it. Just shutting this program down now, just see if that actually improves it. Oh, it's always bad stream, never bad internet. No, always... I meant the other way around. Oh dear. Let's have a look at how it looks. Okay. As far as I'm aware, it's usually the video that's buggered. It's usually the voice that works. So, you can probably hear me. I'm trying to sort this out now. See if it works or not, because I hate this. I hate it when it doesn't work. It seems to... Is it working now? It looks alright when I'm looking at it on my phone. But YouTube's still telling me it's a bright red going, stop! How's it going for you guys? Is it alright? We good now? I don't know. I'm not getting any responses. Could be the stream delay. That's fair. Oh, my internet's terrible. Fully aware of this. I don't know if you remember the charity live stream that I did at Christmas, and that only started working out half an hour into the stream. That was fun. You know, the one that's strictly meant to be 12 hours. That's fun. No, I'm not on either of those. Not on BT, not on Virgin. I am on Sky. Just seems like nothing. Breakfast means food. Breakfast does mean food. I'm hungry now. Can I have some food? Please? Ugh. Oh. It's working now. Is it working now? If it's working now, we'll just keep talking. And everyone can be quiet about my terrible, terrible internet. Yay. If occasionally buffers, then... Please use... What is it?